Look, the broom section.
Whack your stuff. There's a lot of little branches out there that poke and whack your stuff down. Whack your stuff, whack your stuff. There's a lot of little branches out there that like whack your stuff down. Like whack your stuff down.
I will be right here. Wait, they turned it up for me, baby.
I almost feel like right here is where that clip goes.
It's exactly where it goes, yep.
First tournament ever. Lost 5 discs.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Minutemen media. We're a whole vibe.
What?
3 for each hole.
For each hole.
3 for each hole.
For each hole.
But the lobster should be like very similar to like a meteor.
Because that's what I felt like I was missing. I was missing a stable, like mid to like 4. 3.
I got a couple for you to throw. You can choose from one.
All right.
Isn't a thumbtack just a gom jabbar?
It's like
So back to the longest in the bag segment ever. I believe we're through the mid ranges now. What you popping in there for drivers, bro?
Oh, I got them all.
Because the thing about Mint is the reason why they got those numbers on those discs is because different runs fly differently.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I love about them is because they're super upfront about that. So I'm not buying. I'm not trying to buy a destroyer to replace the destroyer I lost, and it takes me 8 destroyers to find the one that's the right one.
Oh, destroyers. If you have 100 of them, they're all gonna fly different.
And that's like I bought a specially dyed like stamped one to like that was equivalent to the one that I throw all the time, so I could put that one on the wall. And literally, like first throw, I lost it, and it's never been returned. I know somebody picked that up and was like, "This is a cool stamp with a cool dye job."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I lost a disc at Integrate, and someone called me from Curtis. They're like, "Yeah, we found your disc at Curtis." I'm like, "What?"
That's still in state.
I know, and I'm glad I got it back. But normally
and
don't
you're
put it
like,
back.
yo, dude called me from Michigan, told me he had my disc. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
We can take turns. We'll call it a tuna can, volume 1, volume 2.
Such a fucking retard, right? Such a fucking retard, right?
Well, I thought it was actually a really good success.
My name's
It
Phil.
was.
I
And
like
you know
chopping
we
down
got
trees.
the-
I like
Oh,
chopping down
guess what we're
trees.
gonna be doing?
Right?
And then I buried
Right.
myself
Yeah.
again by my own choices.
I gotta get the hell out of here, like right now. What the fuck?
Dude called me from Georgia, said he had my disc. I lost at Curtis.
Yeah. right.
Look, the broom section.
Morning.
I got them all though, but like this one, I was impressed by the grackle.
Oh, I got a grackle. I don't have the sublime yet. I got a glow grackle, which the glows I know are more.
Yeah. Can you bring it
stable.
closer to your screen?
What?
I haven't seen. Yeah, just bring it closer. I just can't see it.
And since I wanted it to fill that over
that's cool.
mid-range spot, like that's why I bought the glow.
So this is
But
the
that's
seven-
one of the newer mint discs. It's like a 7502. It like
Yo,
it takes
never
you-
in the house.
So this
Sorry,
Say my
Gary.
proper name on this channel.
Sorry,
You're gonna
Gary.
get yourself killed.
this is a solid 7-speed. It's
No,
like
it is.
for me, my favorite 7-speed is an Explorer.
Okay.
Because T-Birds are different. Every freaking one of them is different.
And that's like I had a G-Star T-Bird that I found that was broken in with no name number on it that I loved. And then I had an Explorer I used for a while after that for the same slot in the bag.
So this is a solid 7-speed. It does what you tell it to do, or if you make a mistake, it tells you what you messed up.
Yeah.
Quick question. Jay, you'll be able to answer this better than I think.
Well,
Well,
in the house, wild card.
would you say that's the equivalent of like a stingray, like a mid range, like it's just a
No,
solid-
his lobster would be the equivalent of a stingray for you.
Okay, I know. I'm asking. I didn't understand what it.
It's
Yeah,
like a
the lobster would be like you. For you, it would be your stingray. For me, it would be my meteor.
Meet me outside then.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
So,
I was trying to because mint disc. You said that, dude. I've never picked up a mint disc that I didn't like.
so my favorite one that I'm most impressed with. I couldn't believe it. It's a shot that I never had before.
Okay.
I'm like, this is something I'd never even had before. It's this one.
I was thinking you're gonna say the jackalope, which is basically their version of a leopard. Yeah. It's
Well-
like a slightly higher speed leopard. I like the jackalope a lot. I have a couple in Sublime.
I couldn't believe how this thing flipped.
No, I can put some nice Anheisers on it. I have an Apex one in Dayglow Green, which I like a lot because it holds that Anheuser and then just has like the slight cutback.
I'd never seen anything like it where it flipped up and then held the line.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I never threw a disc like that. And I'm like, wow, this. And then the whole round, I was throwing it all the time. I'm like, oh, it's going to do this. And it got around stuff that I couldn't get around before.
So I'm pretty sure that one's a 6-speed.
It's 8.
No. Like I said, I think it was supposed to be I think it's a 6 in the Sublime plastic.
I get mostly Apex, but this is Apex. It's an
Where did
8
you get the numbers from?
from the website.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna tell you from a serial guy? Yeah, cool. You're gonna tell you from a serial guy? Yeah, cool.
No, because Infinite Disc has a
What do you
different flight rating than like Mint does. and like Mint will have overall ratings for their disc, but they've come out and talked about like, I mean, I carry 4 free tails for a reason. I carry one that's a 10.5 neg 2-1, and I carry one that's a 10.5 neg 4-1.
My
Those
first
are 2 different discs.
that things are different was when I got a West Side disc. West Side.
You got that second run Sublime right there, right?
Ooh, cheetah.
Oh no! It was that second run Apex.
It's Apex.
Yeah.
FP02.
Yeah. I love my free tails in Sublime. I do have an Apex Christmas stamp one that's like super flippy, and the Eternal ones are so flippy. Like
Well,
I almost get like I can't throw an Eternal free tail because it just like turns over and like dives out on me.
I tried to get all Apex because I really like Apex, but I got the Sublime Grackle, and the Crackle. And then this one is my second favorite.
Mike knows that disc. He aced with one.
No, he aced with a Mustang.
No, he aced with an Alpha like that was pink. And
An
then
Alpha
I got
Mustang,
him.
no.
Yellow.
Got a new Alpha.
Right, yellow. Yeah, I retired. I still have one. I still have a new one, and I still have another one in the bag. But yeah,
And that Alpha wasn't even that old. That wasn't even like 30 throws in with that Alpha when you aced it.
That thing's fresh. I put that thing's away. That thing's signed. It's got all that thing's put away. That was a magical moment.
All right.
And on the opposite hole, you would think a lefty could nail it onto. That was, onto. That's
Yeah.
what I love.
No, that was like the most
style.
likely hole I'd ever think you'd get an ace on.
You should go back there. But hold on, I got only two left. The new Diamondback.
I don't have the Diamondback yet, but I'm not sure I'm gonna get a Diamondback.
You should. I think it's your perfect disc. It's a 9.
I have trouble with neg 2-2s. Neg 2-2s are like my curse disc.
Like you throw straight.
I don't know why. Maybe because like my form isn't that great and they like respond too much to my mistakes, but like, yeah, it's just a disc that's like never worked out for me in any speed.
All right, the last one just to get out is the GOAT.
and I don't have a goat either, but like I have a destroyer that I've used for years that like I almost can't get out of my bag. You know what he doesn't have, Mike?
I actually have a destroyer.
You know what Joe doesn't have?
Oh, a bullet.
No, he started with the bullet.
Oh.
What's your favorite disc, you tombstone motherfucker?
Oh, the fucking horn. You ain't got a longhorn,
The
bro.
longhorn. The longhorn. I got to bring you a bobcat, and I got to bring you a longhorn, which is basically like a grape.
Giddy up.
Where's
Yeah,
my
longhorn. I gotta say, longhorn's a fucking standard.
And then when you get those two bags, we're just gonna switch bags, and you're gonna play with my Sublime Royal Basement bag versus me playing with your Apex Basement bag.
I don't have a longhorn.
Yeah, you don't have a longhorn. I got to get you a longhorn and a bullet.
Bobcat.
Oh, you need the
Oh
horn.
yeah,
Man.
bobcat.
Yeah, bring it up. I throw a longhorn every. It's fucking dude. Give me a longhorn and a fucking bullet, and I need nothing else.
Let's get down to business. I think that we should start our own team and be not sponsored because we're not going to be sponsored, but we're going to be powered by Mint discs.
I like that. That's how you get sponsored. I've had conversations back and forth with the owner about Mint Disc about several things I've done regarding them, and he's been on board of doing something going forward.
Yeah, we could be powered. It doesn't have to be white or black or anything. Just powered by Mint discs, and we could have our own team to beat Team 401 because those guys are suckers.
I would say this. I think
somebody bought my girlfriend an Innova starter pack, and I almost wanted to be like, I never wanted you to have to go through throwing discs like this.
Learn the
That's
hard
why
way.
I started you off with Mint from the beginning. I never wanted you to know what a bad disc felt like, but like
you don't want her to struggle.
No.
So this
But
is
it's perfect because she's a super starter, super beginner, but like it included a destroyer, and I almost wanted to be like,
no,
you never throw this disc. Like I didn't throw a destroyer till like year 3. So like
oh, I threw a destroyer right away, and like it was terrible.
I threw a katana right away, fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think I have that katana, the blue one. Is that
you might have one for me.
Or a samurai? I still have it. It's old school. You gave it to me like 2 years ago. I think still got.
I bag 2 royal bullets. I still bag a warden, but it's the super soft warden, which no one has ever made a disc like it.
The floppy
So
pancake.
like, oh yeah, the one that's just like
Pancake,
yeah, that like looks like I'm flopping a pancake. I mean, I guess the koi is sort of like it, but Mint doesn't make one like it. Then I bag what? I bag 2 Mustangs, usually 1 Bobcat. I'll bag a Jackalope. I bag a Grackle, and I bag most of their drivers. I definitely bag an Alpha. I bag a 3rd run Apex Alpha because those runs are super gummy, which I like. And then I bag a 1st run Sublime pink Longhorn because like, I don't know, I feel like the pink is the most understable of the Longhorns. But now that Longhorn's like so beat in, it's just like super flippy. I think I'm going to have to pull a new like 1st run Longhorn out. And and then I bag 4 free tails. I bag a 2nd run Glow. Actually, I bag a 2nd run Glow, a 2nd run that's super beat in, a 2nd run that's fresh, a 1st run Gummy Blue Bomber, and then I bag a 3rd one super stable, which, like I said, is like the 10-5 neg 1-2 spot. Even though that's not what any of the other all the other free tails are super understable. This is the only one like, and they were like, oh, this free tail in this color is super stable. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get it.
There's a disc that my bag is missing though, that I think I need. It's a zone. It's
Okay.
like I can't, there's so many shots that like that's why I think the Bobcat might fit that space maybe.
Possibly. Are you using that for like what, your overstable approach shots?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
something just to be.
Yeah.
What is what's your boy throwing off that line? You,
Huh?
Joe. Yeah, no, Joe. His son was ripping off the jump. What is he launching from there?
Oh, my son likes. He has a thought space. Practice.
So Thought Space and Mint are both made by MVP Axiom for them. And I've actually had a couple of the molds that I throw both of. And like, I swear an Anubis or an Animus is a Longhorn. There's so little difference to it. And their Praxis, their Sublime Praxis is a fucking Sublime bullet. I've touched these tits enough. I know whose tits these are.
Yeah, it's the same factory. It's the same. It's the same thing with a different stamp. Mike, he also throws a Samurai because like to get it to flip up.
That's what I think. See, remember that that blue disc you gave me has a ninja on it, but it could be a samurai.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a samurai?
Yeah,
I think it might be a Samurai.
I think so.
It's still in the back.
Oh.
Yeah. Bring that everywhere.
And then what? Oh, I throw an Insanity.
Okay.
I don't think an Insanity will ever get kicked out of my bag. I've touched these tits enough. I've touched his tits enough. Tits enough. I know whose tits these are.
And they're like, nah, I've heard of it though. I was like, my whole bag's mint. That's all I said. That's literally all I was like. I just dropped the bag. Mic drop.
We should go with the mint thing, man. Seriously.
I think so. I'm huge into them. They're a great company. They support their fan base. Like they picked up Des Redding when Ananova like dicked her around. Stephanie Vincent is like top 5 favorite female disc golfer. Sorry, I still love Owen forever.
We can take turns. We'll call it two in a can. Volume 1, Volume 2.
Listen, maybe that's the next direction.
I feel like I can make a lot more money in porn at this point.
Up and down so far, starring Vorian Trades. Harley Davidson. Wildcard. Flip aside. Featuring the Wolverine and special guest Joe C.